Hi, guys. This is a special edition of the Unedited Podcast. It's been a while since I've talked directly to you guys. So, as you guys know, I've recently joined back on YouTube and started making ghost and horror stories. Today, I'm going to start with a topic that I wanted to talk about for a very, very long time. It's about Andrew Tate. So, for those of you who don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's been talked about on a lot of things. A misogynist, someone who hates women, who's overly religious, who is a scum of the internet, if you will. Of course, there's the other side that praise this man as a very good motivational speaker, especially for the young men out there. I myself, if I'm being very honest, I have listened to some of his podcasts, and I felt some of his messages were very positive, in my opinion. It was a good way for him to tell people how to work hard, make money, get up in life. A motivational speaker, if you will. But how is that different from Gary Vaynerchuk? How is that different from every other Tony Robbins type person out there? Interesting thing about Andrew Tate is that what he sells and his overall image of a person are totally different things. His project, Hustler University, in which he teaches people how to make money through crypto and stuff like that, is not directly linked to this sort of misogynist, overconfident, Bugatti driving, flexing image, bald guy that he has on the internet. So he keeps those things apart pretty well. Now, if you guys have been following with the news, you guys will know what's recently happened with Andrew, in which he was in Romania and then he was arrested by the police there for obviously human trafficking. All right, that's freaking insane. Now, was it human trafficking? In my opinion, or the literal definition of human trafficking is selling people for sexual purposes and making that whole situation happen. So yes, by definition, what he did with those women was for sure human trafficking. He explained it himself in various podcasts. He would trick these women to want to be his girlfriend. Eventually, once they got to know them, he would sell them the idea that by doing these OnlyFans live stream content, which is the subject that we're talking about, these women would be able to make enough money and eventually leave that situation and or find love with this guy, sort of the lover boy method, if you will. That was how he tricked these girls into doing these things. He also had 24-hour surveillance on these women, meaning that he kept a close eye on them, possibly cutting off outside contact with them. I'm not sure about that. But obviously keeping them in the house with his 4 business partners, him, his brother, and 2 other women, which was doing this, I guess, to make it less like a human trafficking ring. But eventually, of course, he was arrested by the Romanian police after she got into a spat with Greta Thunberg, on Twitter, where he showed, his pizza boxes that he was eating, and then he got caught by the Romanian police. Do I believe that? Do I believe those pizza boxes are the reason he got caught? I kind of don't, I'll be honest. Reason being, I feel like his house was raided before. Like back in April, his house was raided because there was allegedly a 20-year-old woman that was captive there. So the police already knew where his house was. So was it this Twitter beef with Greta Thunberg, which is what he believes is, the spokesperson of the Matrix that caused him to now, in a span of less than 48 hours, be arrested by the Romanian police? In my opinion, no. I think they've been on his case for a very, very long time. Now, they've, one side is saying that there are no rape charges. There are no rape evidence that he ever committed the rape that apparently he's been convicted of. But then there's the other side that's telling people, he has literal evidence of him saying that he has trafficked human beings on the internet. So even if there was no rape charges, human trafficking is a huge freaking crime. It is an insane crime to be doing. Obviously, the whole world there is human trafficking, but that is just an insane crime that he should go to jail for. In my opinion, in terms of this whole situation and what he terms as the Matrix against him, I have a conspiracy theory. I feel like Andrew Tate is part of the Matrix. Why do I say that? So he's been banned on all the social platforms before. He had an Instagram, a YouTube, a Twitter, a TikTok. Even in an interview, he said his Uber was banned after he spoke out against what he calls the Matrix, which we are assuming would be, Google, the 100 most rich people in the world, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, those kinds of people. He's going for the elite, okay? Those are the people trying to keep him down. If they were trying to really silence this guy, they would not keep him on this platform. There would not be a single news article about him. The fact that he is outright calling out on millions and millions. He has 120 billion views on TikTok. If he was really trying to be suppressed by the Matrix, who owns basically everything in this world, all social media companies, all banks, all governments, he would not exist. His shit would not be found online. If you search Andrew Tate on YouTube right now, you'll find million view messages that he left his fans. This guy is a controlled opposition, in my opinion. And the fact that it was pizza boxes. Do you guys know, in the world of conspiracy theories, what pizza boxes means? Yeah. Think about the worst thing you're thinking of. The worst type of pornography. The worst type of... Yeah, that's what pizza symbolizes. Go search it for yourself. The worst type of human trafficking. We're not talking about grown men, grown women here. We're talking about little kids here. That's what that represents. So I just find it very odd that it's specifically pizza boxes that got this whole thing blown up. Interestingly enough, the person that Andrew Tate was spatting with was a 20-year-old little girl. Sure, she's over 18, but not very much. Not by very much. She's a young girl. And it was pizza box. So in my whole opinion is that this thing is a whole sham. It's a whole show. The world is a stage for people. Do I think he'll eventually, like he said himself, first be silenced, then get locked up, then die? I don't know. Maybe he'll cease to exist in the public eye, like many so-called celebrities, but will his life be actually taken? Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, in reality, I don't know what his background is. That could very much happen to this paid actor. But if you really were to ask me, to be honest, this whole thing is much more of a sham than anything else. So I guess I'll keep you guys updated, and I myself will keep updated on this whole Andrew Tate situation. But in my opinion, it's all just for show.